Welcome back to the studio. Barbara, again, I get the pleasure of cooking with you today.
I am so honored again knowing that you grew up with me. That makes me very happy.
I did.
And it truly is an honor to be back here, and I thank you for inviting me.
We're glad to have you back.
I thank all the people who are watching. You are the people who made it possible for me to be in this kitchen for 23 years, and with all my heart, I am so grateful, and I thank you so much.
We've got very loyal fans at WBTV, don't we?
There are good people in this market. If you're going to be on television, be in this area, because everybody in the surrounding counties, they're so good.
Yeah.
I'm so grateful.
Tell me what we're going to make today.
We're going to make an apple cake, and it's really good and really easy. You can't go wrong with this. You just put everything into a bowl. And I thought it might be seasonal with all the good apples that we have in North Carolina. And it's over there all done, but I'm going to have you make one right now. I also came as the great pumpkin today. You can probably tell. So in this bowl, I have already begun, and I did not bring my mixer because I want you to know that this kitchen right here is like the Bermuda Triangle for mixers. I've lost 2 in here. So I thought, I'm not going to carry my mixer bag today, but I also didn't want you to have to listen to it. But I have put in 3 eggs, beaten very, very well. And then 1.5 cups of oil, vegetable oil or coconut oil, but you'll need to melt the coconut oil. If you're using that, it's good for you. And then sugar, 2 cups of sugar. So start stirring that a little bit, whip that up. And then you're going to put together the dry ingredients. Maybe I'll do that for you. The dry ingredients, we have here our flour, 2 cups of flour, and our cinnamon, and our baking soda, not baking powder. And that's 1 teaspoon and 1 teaspoon. We don't need baking powder for this, we just need baking soda. And at this point, this is where you put the dry ingredients in. In an ordinary cake, you would put the dry ingredients in and mix them alternately with the moist ingredients. Not so with this. You just dump everything in all at once, because it is the moisture in this. Instead of being a liquid, it's apples. And look what the hot lights did. They turned them brown.
Love that.
I use the hot light excuse for everything. It's like if my hair's bad, oh, it's the hot lights. If I look bad, oh, it's the hot lights. So if you want to, why don't we go ahead and put the apples in? You hold the bowl and put the apples in. I will kind of shake up the flour and the cinnamon. And by the way, if you don't get this written down right now,
we're going to put it on your website.
It will be there, and actually it's already there. At 10 o'clock it will show up there. So you don't leave now.
Tell us the www.
It's Simply Barbara McKay.
Simply Barbara McKay. We've got about 1 minute, and we're putting it in the bowl.
All right, the rest of the things, let's just talk about what else goes in here. We're going to put in a cup of dates, a cup of maraschino cherries, a cup and a half of pecans, and a cup of coconut. And it was a joyful day for me when they told me that coconut is good for me.
Oh, I love it.
I love coconut. All of that goes in, and this is important. Put it in your tube pan and you bake it at only 300 degrees. That's a low temperature, but you do that for an hour and 20 minutes.
Low and slow, kind of like barbecue.
Low and slow, that's exactly right. It's very fitting. Just keep putting, just dump it all in.
Dump it all in.
And I'm going to pour in a couple of teaspoons of vanilla extract, and vanilla is the reason that I set the kitchen on fire twice during my time here in this kitchen. The bottle turned over, and I was making a baked Alaska, and I was lighting the baked Alaska.
Little flambe.
And the little flambe counter. And good job, Chris. You learned well from watching me growing up.
I learned how to fold.
And here we go. I'm going to, I will just, again, you just dump it all in
I love
tube pan.
Pecans.
Me too. And that
now, what was that?
And dates. Maraschino cherries.
Okay, just chopped up.
And just chopped up. And that gives it a nice, this is perfect for the holidays. It also makes a nice gift for people. I sometimes do this in a couple of smaller tube pans so that I can share with people. Look at you. Fine job.
We are
See all the
ready to
moisture
go.
that just came out even with all the flour and everything that was in there.
Let's point out, let's get a great shot there of the finished product.
There it is.
That is beautiful.
And I brought this apple because it's my favorite apple. They're called Honeycrisp. And Honeycrisp apples make wonderful anything, from just eating it out of hand to making cakes or cooking. Oh, I see somebody nodding. It's like, I love my Honeycrisp apples. Yes, I do too.
Now, did the apples get cooked at all before,
no,
or they're just kind of shredded?
They're just shredded, and it all cooks in the oven, 300 degrees, hour and 20 minutes. And again, you can print it out. I have it on a card for you and everything on my website.
Barbara, thank you for coming in.
I loved it anytime. It's wonderful to be home.
You're simply wonderful.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thanks, Chris. Bye-bye.